My husband's mother burst into the hospital room and shouted, "The baby will have our last name, that's final." My husband nodded and added, "You don't get a say in this." I smiled, turned to the nurse, and said, "Can you read the father's name on the birth certificate?" My husband grabbed the paper and went pale. Nathan and I had been married for 4 years. At first, things were okay, but his mom, Evelyn, always acted like she was in charge. She thought she was the most important person in the world and believed her son was perfect. To her, I was just some woman who took her son away. She never liked me. In the beginning, it was small things, like rude comments about my cooking. Then when we bought a house, she made snide remarks about how it wasn't a proper family home. Then came the pressure to have a baby. Evelyn didn't just want a grandchild, she wanted one with her family's last name. Nathan and I had already talked about this. I told him I wanted the baby to have my last name. He said he didn't care and agreed. But now, here I was in a hospital bed, tired and in pain, and his mom barges in, demanding her last name go on the baby's birth certificate. And Nathan? He agreed with her. At first, I thought I was hearing things wrong. But no, Nathan really stood there, arms crossed, acting like I didn't matter at all in this decision. Evelyn stood next to him, smiling like she had won. "The baby will have our name," she said like it was a fact. I looked at Nathan. "We talked about this. I gave birth. The baby gets my name." Nathan laughed like I was being ridiculous. "You don't have a choice, Clara," he said. "This is what's best." I just stared. I was exhausted, confused, and furious. Evelyn smiled like this was all going perfectly. "You should be thankful," she said. "Our family is giving your child a legacy." I wanted to scream. Then the nurse came in with the birth certificate paperwork. Before she could say anything, Evelyn snatched it and grabbed a pen. "Perfect, we'll just get this signed and—" I interrupted her. "Please read the father's name on that document." The room went quiet. Nathan grabbed the paper, looked at it, and went pale. Evelyn took it from him and read it. Then she screamed. Not a little scream, a full-on angry meltdown, because the name on the birth certificate wasn't Nathan's. Her face turned bright red. What is this?" she yelled, clutching the paper. Nathan stood frozen, shaking. They had no idea this was coming. They thought they had me trapped, but I wasn't the same woman they had pushed around for 4 years. I sat back and watched them fall apart. "This has to be a mistake," Evelyn yelled, waving the paper in the nurse's face. The nurse stayed calm. "It's correct, confirmed by a legal paternity test." Evelyn looked like she had been slapped. "A what?" she screamed, turning to me. "You cheated?" Another nurse peeked in, probably thinking something serious was happening. Nathan finally spoke, his voice low. "Clara, tell me it's not true." I looked at him like he was a stranger. "You're really gonna act like that?" I asked. "You, the guy who's been cheating on me for months?" Nathan looked shocked. I don't know what you're talking about." "Wrong move." I let out a dry laugh. "Really? You don't remember all those late-night gym sessions? Or those weekend work emergencies?" His eyes widened. "You don't remember coming home at 2 a.m., with lipstick on your shirt?" His jaw tightened. I kept going. "You don't remember the private investigator I hired?" He looked like he wanted to vanish. Evelyn was staring at us, speechless. "You're lying," she whispered. I turned to her with a smile. "Am I?" I grabbed my phone and pulled up a folder of photos. I showed her everything: Nathan with his mistress at a hotel, kissing in his car, hugging at a bar, sneaking into her apartment. Evelyn made a horrible sound. The best part? She recognized the woman. She snatched the phone from me, her hands shaking. "Oh my God," she said, "is that?" "Oh yeah," I said, grinning, "that's her." Nathan dropped into a chair, hiding his face. The woman he was cheating with? A family friend. The same woman Evelyn had been hinting at for years as a better match for him. She finally got what she wanted, and it destroyed her. Evelyn turned on Nathan like lightning. "How could you do this to her?" she yelled, waving the phone in his face. Nathan stayed quiet. He had nothing to say. I let them argue for a bit before speaking again. "Oh," I said, stretching, "by the way, I already talked to a lawyer." Nathan looked up, panicked. "Clara, wait." I held up a hand. "Nope, too late." Then I dropped the final bomb. "Divorce papers are already filed. You'll be served tomorrow morning." Evelyn gasped. Nathan looked like a broken man. "And me?" I felt free. The room was silent. Evelyn was gripping the birth certificate so hard her knuckles were white. Nathan just sat there, staring at the floor. I wasn't angry anymore. I felt amazing. Watching them panic, watching their plan blow up, it was better than I ever imagined. But then things got even better. Evelyn suddenly glared at me. "This doesn't make sense," she snapped. "You got pregnant 9 months ago, right?" I nodded. "Yep." Her eyes narrowed. "Then you must have been cheating on Nathan." Nathan lifted his head, clinging to her words like a lifeline. "Yeah," he said quietly, "you had an affair." I laughed, a real, loud laugh this time. "Oh sweetheart," I said, shaking my head, "I never lied, I just didn't tell you everything." Evelyn squinted at me. "You knew this whole time?" I smiled. "Oh, I knew, but here's the best part." Then I looked at Nathan. "You know how I found out you were cheating?" I asked. He looked confused. "The private investigator?" I shook my head. "Nope." "I mean, yeah," he confirmed it. I said, "But that's not how I found out." I leaned in a little, speaking softly so they had to really listen. "I found out," I whispered, "because your girlfriend told me herself." Nathan flinched like I had hit him. Evelyn gasped. Then Nathan's phone started buzzing on the hospital tray. He looked at it quickly. It was right next to me, lighting up. A name popped up on the screen, Madison. Evelyn's face turned pale. She knew who Madison was. She was the same woman Evelyn had been trying to get Nathan to be with for years. The same woman in those pictures I showed them. Nathan tried to grab the phone, but I picked it up first. Well, I said, "Looks like she knows what's going on." Nathan looked sick. Evelyn snatched the phone from me and hit answer. "You home-wrecking trash," she yelled. "How dare you ruin my son's marriage?" There was a pause. Then Madison laughed, and what she said next was perfect. "Oh, Evelyn, sweetie," she said, clearly enjoying herself. "Your son ruined his own marriage, and you know what? You might want to sit down for this." Evelyn froze. Nathan looked terrified. Madison sighed. "I wasn't going to say anything, but honestly, you both deserve it." Then she dropped the bomb. "I'm pregnant." The room exploded. Evelyn screamed so loud her voice cracked. Nathan jumped up and knocked over the hospital tray. "You're lying," Evelyn yelled. "You're just trying to destroy him." Madison stayed calm. "Nope, I've got proof. Want to see the ultrasound?" Nathan sat back down, looking like he was about to pass out. I just watched it all fall apart. Then Nathan asked, voice shaking, "Is it mine?" Madison laughed. "Now you want to ask that?" "Yes, Nathan, it's yours. And guess what? I already put your name on the birth certificate." Evelyn looked like she might faint. Nathan was breathing hard. Then Madison added one last thing. "Oh, and Claire," she said, "you're amazing. Seriously, enjoy your life without this guy." She hung up. Silence. Nathan looked like a ghost. Evelyn dropped into a chair, head in her hands. Me? I reached for my water, took a sip, and sighed. "Well," I said, "that went even better than I expected." The room was dead quiet, like after a bomb goes off and everyone's just staring at the ruins. Then Evelyn stood up, eyes full of hate. "This is your fault," she hissed at me. I raised an eyebrow. "Really? How?" "You set this up," she screamed. "You're trying to ruin my son's life." I laughed, tired and amused. "Your son cheated, he got someone pregnant. I didn't make him do any of that." "You tricked him," she shouted. "You made him think the baby was his." Nathan flinched but didn't say anything. I took a deep breath. "Okay, let's say I did set this all up," I said calmly. I leaned forward. "Why was it so easy?" Evelyn's mouth opened, then closed, because she knew the truth. Nathan had done it all himself. I just didn't protect him from the consequences. "You'll pay for this," she growled. I shrugged. "What more can you take from me? I already cut out the worst parts of my life, you and your son." She made an awful sound and then turned on Nathan. She grabbed his arm, shaking him. "Fix this. Claire will take you back, right, CLA?" I snorted. "Not a chance." Nathan looked at me with hope. "CLA?" I held up a hand. "No, we're done. I filed for divorce before I even gave birth. I just waited to tell you." His eyes widened. "You planned this?" "I planned to protect myself," I said. "You planned your own downfall." Nathan looked like he might cry. Evelyn wasn't done. "You have to fix this," she screamed. "What will people think? What will our family say?" And then she looked at me with disgust. "You think anyone else will want you?" A single mom? You'll be alone forever. Nathan spun toward her. Mom, stop. But she didn't. Do you know how hard I worked raising you? She yelled. I made you perfect. And now you ruined everything for her. And then? Nathan snapped. He stood up so fast his chair fell over. His whole body was shaking. You made me like this, he said. Evelyn froze. I never even wanted to marry Claire, he said, but you pushed me. You said I needed someone quiet, someone who wouldn't challenge me. I blinked. That was news to me. You told me Madison was better, he said. You told me to keep my options open. You told me cheating was normal. Nathan was spiraling. You taught me how to lie, how to pretend. You made me like this. I had never seen him like that before. Evelyn backed away, scared. Nathan looked at me. I'm sorry, he whispered. I don't even know who I am anymore. I looked him in the eyes. I felt nothing. No love, no anger, just peace. That's not my problem anymore, I said. Then I pressed the nurse call button. She walked in, took one look, and sighed. Should I call security? She asked. Yes, I said. Get them out of my room. Nathan slumped. Evelyn screamed like crazy, but I didn't care. I watched as they were taken out. Evelyn kicked and yelled, but none of it mattered. For the first time in years, I felt free. Nathan kept trying to reach out after that, messages, gifts. I ignored them. Evelyn tried to ruin my name, didn't work. I had proof of everything. The court sided with me. I got full custody, the house, everything. Nathan got nothing. Evelyn lost her power. Eventually, even her friends dropped her. And me? I have my baby, my home, and peace. Sometimes, revenge isn't about hurting someone back. It's about finally walking away, for good.